troubleshoot why this accelerator pump isn't working on this Keihin FCR. I had the carb all the way torn apart. I replaced the float bowl gasket, the mid-body gaskets. I put it in my ultrasonic cleaner, flipped it a couple times, and almost always, like 98% of the time, that fixes all of the problems along with replacing jets or gaskets. But when I filled it up with gas, filled the float bowl, and then when you twist the throttle, there's supposed to be a squirt of gas coming from the accelerator pump here. I'm not going to go into the details of how it all works, but you need that accelerator pump to be squirting and not hitting the throttle slide if you want to not have a bogging four-stroke. You might have a little bit of a dribble and not a good squirt, but mine wasn't even working at all. So I had to take the carb off the bike again, and it's best to hook up as little as possible when you have problems like this, so that way when you're taking it off and putting it back on, you save time by doing as little as possible until you know something is fixed. So first what I did is I just made sure that this accelerator pump arm is working. So when you twist the throttle, this needs to be moving. And what that does is it pushes the arm down and it compresses the spring and rubber diaphragm in here, and then that compresses the gas and shoots it up through a passage here and squirts it out there. What I first tried is poking a hole in the outlet of the accelerator pump. It's a very small hole. I think it's only like 12 thousandths. So what I did was I clipped one of these little bristles off of my brush here, and it just barely fit in there. Tried that. That didn't work. So then I ordered a accelerator pump rebuild kit, and it came with a diaphragm and a new spring. I already had the new gaskets from the carb rebuild kit, and when I replaced these are the old ones. They looked fine to me. I mean, comparing the spring, it still measured about the same length, and stiffness felt the same. And sometimes these diaphragms, they can be torn. You'll visually see a tear. This one looked fine, and it felt maybe a little bit stiffer than the new one, but not much different. So put that in, filled the carb up with gas, tried it again, still nothing. So after doing some more research, there's a couple passages and check ball that you can check to make sure that the gas is flowing. First, to know that gas is even getting to the accelerator pump, when you're pulling this off, pull these screws off, and if you see gas leaking out, that's a good sign that gas is actually getting here and there's no passages clogging that, which would prevent gas from even getting to the accelerator pump area. You can blow air through the passages in the accelerator pump cover. Make sure that the O-rings are still in good shape, not cracked. Make sure there's not junk in there. And then you can take the float bowl off, and looking at this picture here, there's the passage. You can blow air through there. You can actually, to visually see it, because sometimes it's hard to see the air being blown, you can take some brake cleaner and spray it through that. You'll see it come out this circuit hole here. Make sure you point it away from you because it will squirt pretty far. I recommend wearing some glasses because it almost shot me in the face. And you can spray it from both ends, and then to clear that out, just spray some compressed air in there to make sure that it's clean. And then on the car body itself, you see this angled hole here. You can spray brake cleaner in there to clear that out. And when you're looking in the carb here, you should see the brake cleaner spray onto the throttle slide when the throttle is closed. And if you do, that's good. That means that the passage is clear. Then spray some compressed air, blow all that brake cleaner, make sure it's nice and clean. And that's what I've done to this point. So now I'm going to put it back together, fill it with fuel, and test it again to see if the accelerator pump is working. We have success. You can see that the accelerator pump is squirting fuel now. It's basically like a mini squirt gun. And if you notice that the squirt is hitting the throttle slide before it goes up, that means that the timing is off. You should adjust it with this screw here to adjust the timing. And it should be this distance here, which is like 2.6 to 2.8 millimeters, which is about 100 to 110 thousandths. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, if there's another way that you got your accelerator pump squirting properly, let us know in the comments below to help others out. I'm Kelly Fagan from MX Hideout. Ride safe, have fun.